And President Obama says the U.S. is providing law enforcement and other help for Kenya. This morning, the president addresses the United Nations General Assembly. One of the big topics, Iran, and a possible start of new relations. Bill Plante is here in New York at the UN. Bill, good morning.
Morning, Nora. Well, when the president talks to the UN later, he'll condemn that terror attack in Kenya. He'll call on the United Nations to pressure Syria to give up its chemical weapons, warn of consequences if they don't. He'll discuss Iran's nuclear program. But look, as you said, what everybody here is really waiting to see is whether he'll meet with Iran's new, supposedly moderate president. White House officials have said repeatedly that there's no meeting scheduled with Iranian President Hassan Rouhani. But that doesn't mean none will occur. A meeting would have symbolic and historic value as the rhetoric between the two nations softens. Last year at the UN, no such meeting was even close. The Iranian president then, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, was a hardliner on the nuclear issue. And President Obama left no question as to the state of the relationship.
America wants to resolve this issue through diplomacy. And we believe that there is still time and space to do so. And that's why the United States will do what we must to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon.
Mr. Obama started this year's diplomatic effort Monday, his first day in New York. He met with the Nigerian president and attended a meeting with civilian leaders in developing countries. For his part, the newly elected Iranian leader, who projects an image as a moderate, is on a charm offensive in the lead up to this year's meeting. When he arrived in New York Monday, his office tweeted a picture of, quote, President Rouhani making his way to Manhattan. And last week, in an opinion column published in the Washington Post, Rouhani wrote, rather than focusing on how to prevent things from getting worse, we need to think and talk about how to make things better. There is a history here of unplanned meetings, encounters in the halls of the UN. But when a top U.S. official was asked whether President Obama and President Rouhani could occur in a meeting by happenstance, he said nothing like that happens by happenstance. A relationship this important doesn't happen that way. And anyway, look, even if it did happen, there are too many outstanding issues. Besides, Secretary of State Kerry is meeting later this week with the Iranian foreign minister. Nora, Charlie?
Bill, thanks.